The Shawshank Redemption. So before I watched this movie, one thing I was worried about was that I wouldn't like it because it is either number one or number two on IMDb's list of the top 100 greatest movies of all time. So I was worried ooh, what if I don't like one of the two, or possibly the first? I'll have to check that list again. Greatest movies of all time. Not only do I like this movie, but I really like this movie. I think this movie is. Sorry. I think this movie is very good. First off, I just want to mention. So I never understood why Morgan Freeman was so beloved as an actor. Because I had already seen him in the Dark Knight trilogy and Burst Almighty and the Lego movie. Which, Lego movie's great, of course. But I was like, I don't understand why people say he's as great as a Michael Caine. Because Michael Caine is amazing. Everybody loves Michael Caine. I don't know why I'm talking about Michael Caine so much, but you know what I mean. Michael Caine is one of the greatest actors of all time, and I saw Morgan Freeman almost get treated like he was the black Michael Caine. He was just so good, such a good actor. And I was confused by that, and then after watching this movie, not only do I get it, I also say why people say he should be the narrator of everything, because his narration here is really fun, and he's funny, in the narration. Also, the actor, I don't know his name, but who plays the real main character in this movie, I'm surprised I don't know that guy's name, or haven't seen him in more stuff. He's so good here. And this is a great King movie, and what this movie shows off, I think we had another King movie show this off recently with Life of Chuck, which is even when King's not being scary, he can still make an interesting story because he is a terrific writer. That being said, it's not like he wrote this movie, he just wrote the book that this movie's based on. The director and the writer of this movie deserve credit too, because this movie's amazing and it would not be without them, probably, because it's a very complicated story. I love that. I love how the main character in this movie, he comes into the prison hating it, and he hates it the entire way through, to the point where he crawls through a shit-infested sewer to get out to live his dream. But then Morgan Freeman's character and then another character in the movie, they represent the love of this prison. Well, you get a sense they hated it when they came in to the prison too, but they've grown accustomed to the prison. They're used to it, even though it's terrible. I'm gonna be real with you, comic book fans. I should say comic book fans before I do this, because if you're not a comic book fan, you might not get this. I would rather be an inmate at Arkham Asylum than be an inmate at Shawshank. Shawshank's awful, especially in the opening of this movie before the S.A.er gets kicked out. I could not do this. This is awful, inhumane place. Yeah, my only, and I like that he tries to get somebody rehabilitated that comes in. He tried, there's somebody about right before the end of the movie, he comes in, he's got Elvis hair, and he comes in and he's like, yeah, and anyway, that main character, he tries to get him redeemed, and it does do a good job of that, and then he gets shot 3 times. The guy he redeems, he gets shot 3 times, because he was about to reveal that he the main character, was innocent. And that's so, I think that's so good, and such an depressing and nihilistic, but also accurate for what type of place this is element. I like that there's an old guy who he's lived there since he was 17, and when he, leaves, he commits suicide because it's not good. I have 2 negatives that bring the movie down. I don't want to say the phrase I was thinking because it's got sexual connotations to it. That bring it down a square. Number 1, in the opening of the movie, there's like a little bit too much grape. It's just a little bit too much of that, even though it's a prison. It's just a little bit too much. And number 2 is that this movie takes place over the course of like 20, 25 years. And it feels like it takes place over the course of 5 years. So that doesn't work fully for me. But altogether, I think I would give this movie an A. It's pretty good.